weekend. Seeing as we're well full on into spring, and spring is rosé season in the wine world, I thought I'd come and share with you tonight some of the rosés I have here with me right now today. So, but first, these are clean crafted rosés, and so I think I should let you know what clean crafted wine is. And clean crafted wine is wine that doesn't have all the gross additives and stuff that comes in mass produced wines. And what I mean by mass produced wines is, you know, those wines that you probably buy at the grocery store or Target or, you know, CVS. I'm thinking, you know, and I don't want to call out names, but I'm going to call out some names, you know, like your Robert Mondavis, your Kendall Jacksons, and your typical go-to brands that you think, oh my gosh, it's good enough wine that I can have on a Tuesday or a Wednesday or a Thursday night, wine I can serve at, you know, dinner parties with my friends or whatever and feel good about it because, you know, they taste okay. Okay. So they just really actually taste okay though. You don't know. Anyway, so what I think you should know about your mass-produced wines is they do have like something like 60 additives, preservatives, and other things that wine companies can put in your wine, but they don't have to tell you about it. It doesn't have to go on the label. Those are things like sugars, pesticides, chemicals, food coloring, things like that. It doesn't have to go on the label. That bothers me. Does it bother you? Okay, and another thing about clean crafted wine is we don't have any added sugar. No added sugar means, wow, no added sugar. Zilch, nada, none, right? We don't have to add the sugar to our clean crafted wine because, well, we don't have all the garbage that we put in mass produced wine in our wines. So we don't have to mask the taste of all those chemicals and the additives and the food colorings and stuff with our wine. And here's something else you need to know about wine with our clean crafted wine. It's very low in sulfites. Sulfites, well, you should know, it's very good to know that sulfites are something that's found naturally in foods, certain foods, but it's also something that's added to food to preserve it, maintain its shelf life, basically. Same thing goes with wine. Sulfites are added to wine and as well as other things to make sure that it you know, doesn't turn into, you know, it doesn't taste like vinegar, basically. But with clean crafted wine, our wines are very low in sulfites as compared to mass market wines. In fact, our wines are, for the most part, less than 50 parts per million in sulfites, where mass produced wines in the U.S. can go up to 350 parts per million. And as we know, sulfites are one of those things that is kind of like the usual suspect for food allergies. Hence, some of us have those, you know, wine side effects like migraines, oh gosh, bloat, oh man, night sweats, insomnia, to name a few of the things that can happen with your wine side effects. But because we have low sulfites, sometimes most of us who experience our wines don't have those side effects. Me, in fact, I do not have that anymore. I used to have a lot of, like, you know, I experienced, you know, the fast heart rate, the night sweats, insomnia, to name a few, high blood pressure. So those are the things that I experienced, as well as could not drink many red wines without having headaches and sort of in those white wines, the Pinot Grigios. I love a Pinot Grigio, but man, that used to give me some heartburn. I don't have that problem anymore. So anyway, less side effects with this wine. Anyway, moving on to my other note. Yes, I'm looking at notes because, you know, I got to be on track, right? So other things that we talked about, the sulfites, and next is, so how do we make sure that we don't have those sulfites in the wine? Why do we have to have those sulfites in the wine? Is because, well, our wine, our grapes, basically, are hand-picked and hand-culled from small vineyards around the world. independently owned vineyards around the world. And because we can hand pick and hand cull them, they don't have to have all the preservatives in it that other mass-produced wines have. So think about, as when you're harvesting a crop, if you're using those turbides and things like that to harvest, they're just grabbing everything that goes along in the harvest, right? Along with, undesirable things like bugs and stuff. So we'll leave it at that. Our wines are hand-picked, hand-culled, right temperatures, right time of the year, so we don't have to have a bunch of sulfites to preserve the wine and get rid of all the junk and bacteria and gross things that might pollute your wine, as well as make your wine taste bad. So that's why we don't have to have so many sulfites. And then there's this one other thing, that our grapes, they're lab tested twice to make sure that they meet our clean crafted guarantee. So let's get on to the rosés. I promised you guys tonight that we're going to talk about rosés because it's spring and we're going into the summer season, and spring and summer is rosé time. And so first, before we talk about rosés, let's talk about how rosés are made. Contrary to what people might believe, rosés are not a blend of red and white wines put together. Nope, can't do that. It's kind of against industry standards. You can't do that. But what rosés are, they are red grapes that is spent some time, the juice, the red grape juice when it's pressed has been spent some time sitting in its skins and seeds and things, so that it gets to kind of absorb some of the color of the skins and stuff. Because all grape juice is kind of clear, because just grape juice, and so where it gets its color is from the skins. And so rosés get to sit a little bit of time with their skins before the juice is separated for fermenting, and then after it's fermented, they sit in different kind of barrels and containers for aging. But with rosés, it can be a very limited time period, from 2 hours to 20 hours to even a little bit longer, depending how long that wine company or the vineyard wants to let it set. So that's it. The color of rosé comes from how long it's set. The red grape juice has set with its skins. Simple as that. So now that you know a lot about rosés, wait, one other fun fact. This is the fact that I think you're going to really like. Rosés are the earliest recorded wine in history, but they did not make a big splash in the United States until the 1970s, and then really bigger in the 1980s. And that just sings to my heart, because in the 1980s, I just think about, wow, 1980s preppy pink, and Miami Vice and Don Johnson's pink suit. That just, like, to me, I just see pink rosés in the 80s makes sense to me, because pink and gray was kind of a thing. That pastel-y peppy pink was a big color back then, so makes sense to me. So now let's get on with the wine. The first wine I have tonight with me is our Dove Hunt Dog. I love this one. This is my favorite. Our Dove Hunt Dog 2020 Rosé. It's a California wine. And let's see, it's been fermented. This is it's a young wine, so it's like fermented 20 days in a stainless steel container. And then it was aged for another 3 months. And then it was bottled and then sent out. This is a really pretty pink color, as you can see, and it's got refreshing notes of strawberry. I love this. It's strawberry, blood orange. One of my favorite flavors is blood orange, and watermelon. This wine is really great for serving with roasted chicken, or, here in Texas we like, barbecue and stuff. So barbecue, roasted barbecue, and I don't know, I'm a St. Louis girl originally. My family hails from St. Louis, so us Missourians, we really love our pork steaks. So grilled pork steak, this is what I'm thinking. Yeah, great wine. This one has 12.5% alcohol by volume, and get this, 0.03% residual sugar grams per liter. Now, what do I mean by residual sugars? Residual sugar is just the sugar that's left over after the wine has fermented and turned into, after alcoholic fermentation process of wine. So it's just really basically the leftover sugar from the grapes. So it's the grapes sugar. And that's good to know. 0.03 grams per liter. So this is a very, very low sugar volume wine. Our next wine is, I like this one too. I'm a book geek, so I like its name to begin with. It's Bookbinder's Apprentice. And this is another California wine. But the fun thing about this wine is it's a Mendocino County, and its grapes are from 10 to 30-year-old vines. And that's really kind of cool. The grapes were sorted and destemmed, and then the juice fermented in stainless steel tanks for 10 to 18 days. And then it was aged in stainless steel tanks for 5 to 6 months until it was bottled. This is a really bold, this is a more bolder rosé with bright strawberry and fresh cut watermelon flavors, as well as a big nose full of like hibiscus flowers. You can really smell like the flowers in this wine. Pairs perfectly with, roasted chicken or any kind of chicken, and then of course Netflix on a Tuesday night, or any kind of other kind of seafoody spring feast. I'm going to probably have this wine tomorrow night. Well, no, actually I'm not, because this one's reserved for something. I'm going to have a different one. This wine is going to be reserved for a party we have on Saturday planned, but that's going to have a shrimp cocktail involved. So yes, I do like seafood I do love seafood with my rosés, for sure. And then finally, I have a really cute, I love this. This is one of my favorite go-to, beach party, poolside, just a general, I'd like to have a cold, sparkling, a glass of wine or a cold drink on a regular night. Our Epic Pursuit, it's kind of hard to see with my light, but Epic Pursuit, rosé wine spritzer in this cute, adorable little can. I like the little bees on it, really sweet. We even have cute little koozies that come with these, or that you can get with these. This is it's a really crisp, refreshing beverage, and it's infused. It's a white wine spritzer that's infused with blood orange, strawberries, and cranberries, and peach flavors. It's perfect for any time. Like I said, I had this at the poolside with a friend of mine recently. And wow, here in Central Texas we like the tube. This is a great tubing wine. You throw it in the cooler, jump in the tube, and float down the river. No problem. It can go on the beach. It can go on the river. It can go on the boat. We're all boaters here in Texas too, I think. So it's part of it. We have the privilege of living in a state where you can get to the ocean and you can get to the river, pretty much, depending on where you live. And where I live in Central Texas, I can get to the beach in 3.5 hours to 4 hours, and I can get on the river anytime. So this is a great summertime can to have in your cooler. Very light. Something else you can do with this, I think that's really fun, is you could add. This is a great mixer. You could add a little something to it. Because whatever you like. I like our Epic Pursuit, we have a mixer that I like, our Wilderness Grove mixers. I like our Wilderness Grove mixers. We have one that's like a vodka mixer based out of wine. It goes great with us. Really kind of very good stuff. Add some fruit to it. Really fun drink. So this I totally recommend. What I really like about this one is it is single can serving is 75 calories. And its alcohol by volume percent is only 5.6%. So again, you can throw a few of these, in your cooler and have a good time. And it's, not a whole lot of alcohol at one time. Really light, lightly flavored, lightly alcohol, very crisp and clean and refreshing for a hot summer day. And another thing I like about this is something to buzz about. We talk about this is we know that the bee population is on the decline, and that's a problem because our food sources need to be pollinated by bees. The bees pollinate our food resources, so we need to really help the bees out. And so, with the help of 1% for the planet, we get to donate 1% of all the Epic Pursuit brands sales to profits that focus on bee conservation and research that goes through for sustainable farming. And there are a lot of flavors of this Epic Pursuit. We just released a tropical pursuit that's delicious. It's kind of like a really lightly flavored pina colada, and it's just oh my gosh, I love it. We have a white wine spritzer, and we have a apple cider spritzer too. That's just delicious. So Epic Pursuits are really a great thing to tack onto your cart to make it like a 6-bottle cart, and also help the bees and a sustainable farming. So anyway, so now that you've heard about some of the delicious clean crafted rosés that I have here today, and that you might be thinking about how can you get them in your wine cooler, or for me, in my fridge. I'm going to drop a link in the comments below, and you can order select bottles of wine a la carte. And if you want the shipping included, you're going to want to build a 6-bottle cart, and I can help you curate that cart so that it kind of stays within your budget and get you a nice selection of wines at the same time. If you want, message me if you want some information about that for sure. Or you could join our Scout Circle membership club. That's our exclusive, best on the market, in my opinion, wine club. And it's affordable and it's flexible in that you can get to choose a variety of wines in your box. You can choose a box that's like a white box, a red box, or a mixed box. You can choose whether you want 4 bottles, 6 bottles, or 12 bottles. You get to choose how often it comes, whether you want it once a month, every other month, or quarterly. That's kind of cool. And those things are always flexible. You can adjust that at any time. You say, you're going on the once a month thing, and then all of a sudden you're like, something's come up. I'm going to push that to the quarterly this time. You can totally do that. And then there are our, some of our perks. The perks include, the perks are really great. There's lots of them. We're going to go into that. So shipping is free on your Scout Circle membership. And so for example, if you wanted to jump in and sign up for a Scout Circle membership today, you get your 4-bottle, quarterly membership shipped, and then tack on a couple of these wonderful rosés that I just talked about, and guess what? They get to ride for free too. So that's a way that you can help. That's a way to get some good deals on wine. And then exclusive access to all the wines on our website comes with our membership. So that means you can get to buy any bottle of wine you want to, a la carte, including the ones that are only for Scout and Circle members. Not everybody gets to do that. Only the Scout and Circle members get to buy the wine. It's exclusive to the membership, a la carte. So say you like that, I don't know, Pips bubbly rosé that we have in our Circle exclusive. You can buy that a la carte if you join the membership. So let's see. Then we have our Circle Surprises. This is what's fun. Circle Surprises, you never know when something special is going to come in your box. For example, this month, our Circle members got a single can of our Epic Pursuit white wine spritzer. And then we also got an email invitation for a VIP access to a exclusive live virtual wine tasting event with our master sommelier John McDaniel, who's get this Food and Wines sommelier of the year. He's also been knighted in Italy for his work in wine, and that was super fun. So and he talked about the wines and our club membership, and talked about how they tasted and what they paired with, and gave us some great ideas, and we got to ask questions, and he answered them, and it was really super fun. So that's just some of the ideas. We also get, exclusive coupons for things, or exclusive, buy-only options. So a lot of really great things. They're always coming up with some fun things that are just exclusive for your club memberships. And again, they're really flexible. They start at $89 for the 4-bottle mix, and it's just, a really good deal. And then or you can join our team and become a consultant like me. And seriously, if you buy wine, drink wine, or gift wine, or if you have friends who buy wine, drink wine, or gift wine, you're really going to want to think about this gig. It could be for you. And there's a lot of reasons why. So number one, if you don't know a single thing about wine, that's okay. The education's already done for you. It's all roped. It's done for you. You don't have to know a thing about wine. The education's done for you. And so number two, you get at least 15% commission on the wine you drink, and then also on the wine that's purchased from your personal website. Yeah. And so number three, that's right, I said your personal website. You get a professional website already, just like that. Comes to you in your email. Here's your website, and it looks just like mine. It's beautiful, and it's ready to go. You can share it with your friends, in your network, right off the bat. Number four, in addition to your personal website, you get an entire back office that's loaded up with wine education, assets that you can share, so you don't have to get out there and create any kind of thing. It's all done for you, and then everything you need to kind of grow your new business, and then you get a business basics kit. I'm going to tilt that way. That's the box right there behind me that's got and sell everything. It's got all kind of things, from aerators to cork stoppers to a wine cork to pens and literature and all the things you possibly could need to host your first party, including 4 full-size bottles of wine. So, the business basic kit comes with 4 full-size bottles of wine and all the things you need to have to host your first wine tasting party. It's absolutely wonderful. And then 6, you get a team of mentors that are ready to help you with every step of the way. Not just me, but like rock stars in our company who've really killed it, and they're ready to help you become a rock star too. First-hand testimony, man, the best support group ever, from the top of the line, the company, to just, another gal getting started like me. Everyone's here to help you out and get you started and going on the right step, and really to help you work your business and make it work. And then number 7, get to be a part of a warm and fun-loving, wine-loving community with a bunch of daggum cute and fun people who like to have a good time. And we're there for you and just can chit-chat, whatever, and talk about wine, or, jump in and help you build your business, whatever you want. It's a really fun community. We have a good time. We're very generous. The company is very generous, and the people are very generous. It's something that I really think that everyone should think about and consider. I've really been having a great time doing this. So, all right, now, if anything that I've said to you tonight sounds interesting to you, message me. Let's talk, and be sure to check out the link that I'm going to drop down in the comments here, and pick up a couple bottles of rosé, and explore the website and learn about our story, and discover the really awesome unknown good of clean crafted wine, and this community that we have going together. So I hope everyone has a great week this week, and enjoy. Good luck. Bye.